William Harrison Smith, you know, I've told you so many times that if it wasn't for you, there would be no me. And you know that's true. I remember when Smitty had just gotten back from Vietnam, and I had just gotten out of junior high. And we had an apartment on Pleasant Street in Amherst, Massachusetts. And in those days, nobody understood PTSD. Nobody understood the trauma that even those who weren't pierced by a bullet or penetrated by a knife experience. But I remember in those days that every night there would be nightmares. And one night, I woke up because we shared a one-bedroom apartment. I woke up and Smitty was sailing through the air at me. And he was saying, mortars, mortars. That in his dream, there was bombing. And his first instinct was to save his friend. That's who he is. Every aspect and chapter of our lives has been characterized by the same spirit of self-abnegation and self-sacrifice, where you don't know a human being who feels greater or more intense joy when you're happy than this man. You haven't met that person who gets more excited about the good things that happen in your life than anybody else. And so when I think about the Street Academy system of Springfield Incorporated, where we educated knuckleheads who had been kicked out of every school in Springfield, Massachusetts, and got them into college, and 74 of those kids actually graduated from college.
Bravo. Wow.
And when I think about how we got it started, we had a little raffle, and if you won the raffle, you won a little motorbike, and thank God we won the raffle. You remember that? We had the motorcycle, we won the raffle, and we used that $500 to start that little school. But I want to tell you a couple of stories you don't know. You all know about the PBS series. You all know all of that, but I want to tell you another story. Smitty was contracted by the Pentagon to make a movie called The Invisible Soldiers. And it was a story about the men and women in World War II who were people of color. I'm talking about the Code Talkers, I'm talking about African American soldiers, I'm talking about Latino soldiers, who had to fight. They weren't able to join the armed forces and fight for the country they loved because of discrimination in the military. And at some point, the Pentagon decided to make a movie about that experience. But they had very specifically defined boundaries. So Smitty did what Smitty does. He was contracted by the Pentagon to make the movie, and he made the movie that they asked for. But then he made another movie, which was his telling of the story of what those men went through. And I will never forget the day that we premiered that movie in Washington, D.C. And men who had fought in World War II came from all over the United States. American Indians, African Americans, Latinos, Asians, everybody came. And they were all now hobbled with age and many with infirmity. And all you could hear as they this story was being projected on the screen, were the sobs of souls whose story was finally being told. It takes a special kind of human being to reach that deep into the souls of others. Butch Smith has made that a lifestyle. And as a result, all of us think that he's our best friend. He's actually mine, but y'all can fight among yourselves for second place. I got longevity and a whole lot of sweat equity in this relationship. But Butch, it's not just my life you've changed. It's Marsha and the kids and their kids and all of us and countless others who are better because of